Brewery. Thank you. Thank you for celebrating Black History Month with us. Because we are still celebrating, obviously. And not only in February, as you know, we celebrate all year long. So thank you guys. It's wonderful to see everyone. And as is tradition at Montclair Brewery, each February we dedicate at least one beer, sometimes there's several, to some iconic historical figure in Black culture. It could be a figure, it could be an organization. This year, we're super proud to honor the Montclair African American Heritage Foundation that's given out to MAAHF. Okay. We are dedicating our heritage beer on behalf of MAAHF. When we started this collaboration with them, one thing they wanted was they wanted something African in the beer. And we said, okay, we do have an African brewer, probably one of the only ones in New Jersey. So I don't think that should be so difficult to do. Okay. All right, we have a proclamation, so I'm going to read that quickly for MAAHF. We'll have maybe Leo say a few words about the beer, how he made it. We also have our label designer here as well, who will say something about it. And then we'll have the organization, MAAHF, also say a few words. All right, so today, February 21st, 2025, we at Montclair Brewery are honored to dedicate the Heritage Barleywine Ale in honor of the Montclair African American Heritage Foundation, otherwise known as MAAHF. We're celebrating 35 years of honoring African American culture and supporting local programs through community events. What started as an annual parade and festival at Mission Wayne Park, the organization now strengthens the community with educational forums on history, health, and culture. It also provides scholarships and develops programs that promote learning and unity, with support from individuals, businesses, and organizations. Montclair Brewery is proud to have partnered with MAAHF at their annual parade and festival last year, creating the festival's first ever beer garden. We are excited to say we will do so again this year. Whereas Montclair Brewery's mission is to build community one beer at a time, we will donate a portion of all sales of the heritage beer to MAAHF so it can continue to stay dedicated to and execute its mission. Okay, we're going to have Tony come up to say a few words about the label design. And probably introduce yourself.
Hello. First off, I just want to say, when I say I'll go, you say I may. I'll go means are you listening? I may means I'm listening. I'll go. I'll go. Thank you. Thank you for your attention. And like Denise said, I designed the label. If you look at the label closely, you'll see that it's this fabric that I got on my last trip to Africa, to the continent, to Mozambique. So I thought it was really nice to put that on there. And part of the reason why I chose this material is because when we think of Africa and when we talk about African heritage, often we think about like tradition, and that's not bad. We think about the dance and everything, but we think about things that happened historically. But Africa is also now. When you go there, it will explode your expectations if you've just been seeing what we show here. So to celebrate the Montclair heritage, the African American Heritage, it's a long name, Foundation. I thought it was appropriate to do that because it's about what's going on now. I'll go?
Amen.
Thank you. So I was really happy and enthused when Denise called me and asked me to do this label. I'm like, ooh, another one. It's about my 5th label, I think, I've designed for the brewery. So, and especially for African American History Month and African History Month because it's a continuum. So that really made me feel proud to do the label for them.
Say Capulana. Capulana. Capulana.
Oh, thank you. This fabric is called capulana. In Mozambique, you get it's a measured amount, and you use it for different things. They can wrap it around them, throw it over their shoulder, and here we have it wrapped around our can. So, just want to give service to. Oh, and also, you guys have been here for 6 years. You're making history. African history.
Well, Tony, thanks for being here. Thanks for doing all these things that you do for my brewery. I remember 6 years ago, you know, you came here and worked with me. We tried to brew together, almost burn you. I remember that. So how do you come about making a beer for such a great organization? So it took, I didn't want to just make an ordinary beer, I wanted to make something extraordinary, make something that can stand out. This is a barley wine, and barley wine among beer, very interesting beer. So it can be preserved for a long time, so I wanted this to be preserved for a long time and also represent the longevity of that kind of organization. That's why we designed the recipe and went ahead and brew it. I put my heart and soul into that, and I hope you like it. So when we do something here, we do it all the way. I learned to brew for my mom, so when I saw all these women, I'm like, I better do something that is not disappointing. So yeah, we have to respect mom because they brought us here, brought us into this world, and so do Africa. So Africa brought everybody, and whoever you are, wherever you come from me came you. So that's the kind of lesson we should teach everybody and remove all that hatred among us. So because we all long distance brothers and cousins and sisters, you know. So there's no reason for anyone to hate somebody.
Amen.
If somebody hates you, he came from you. So that means he hates himself.
Amen.
So I hope you love the beer and enjoy it. So I brew it right from my heart here.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Amen.
Okay. All right, so I don't know whether Kathy or Ibn is coming up or Tiffany. Okay. From MAHF.
Good evening, everybody. How are you all today? Good. We're honored to be here. I speak on behalf of MAHF as an organization. If you guys don't know, Montclair Brewery is the first African American owned brewery in the state of New Jersey.
Yeah.
So partnering with, clap it up for that. For our organization to have 35 years of heritage in Montclair, it's a big, not a moving situation. We gotta get a chance to be honored by the Montclair Brewery. So, we just want to thank you all for coming out tonight. Be sure to follow us on social media. Make sure you tune in. Of course, buy the beer. Buy it by the case. So you will share the information with your friends and your family, and make sure everyone comes out. And definitely be on the lookout for upcoming events, scholarship events, also our festival, obviously.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. So I don't want to embarrass Ibn, but I want to show you guys, I want to tell you how we work. We have a scholarship program. Ibn was our first recipient. He was our first recipient. And with our scholarships, we give $1,000 to the recipient for 4 years. We follow them throughout their college days. And we are so proud of him because he has come back to us, and he is now the co-chair of the scholarship committee. So for our mentorship, here we go. And we are so proud. We do have a festival coming up. We have several fundraisers leading up to it. We ask you to please visit our website, which is maahf.org, for all of the dates. We do have an event March 1st, which the scholarship committee is sponsoring, and we hope to see you there. So thank you for coming out tonight, and we would like to thank Montclair Brewery honoring us, this beautiful can, and please buy the beer. And the beer will also be available at the festival.
Well, I'm going to say this. Eben is a very special person for me. Montclair Brewery is growing, so I remember we met in the parking lot, and I told Eben, I said, we're looking for a spot to open a second brewery. And 6 months later, we was able to buy a building in East Orange, and thanks to him. So thanks to him. So he's a very special person for me.
Oh my
So,
God.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, and I want to second and third that about Eben and even MAHF. And so we not only have a business in Montclair, we are residents of Montclair for about 19 years or something like that. And I remember when we first moved here, I enjoyed going to the festival. I never made the parade, maybe a little tail end, but I always came and hung out in the park at the festival and always had a great time. So we appreciate that and all the great things for them to help nurture someone like Eben in his career and many others. That's a great thing. I wanted to give just a few little words about the beer itself. Leo mentioned about how it came from his heart, absolutely, as with everything here. I know we have a few first-timers here, and some people who may not really understand what a brewery is or what a brewery does. So, or may wonder, hey, how come you don't have other type of drinks here? So we are a licensed brewery, we're not a bar, even though we have a bar. So that's why legally we're not permitted to sell like other type of alcoholic beverages. Okay, we have hard seltzer, we have beers, we have a wide range for those that like beer and for those that don't like beer. We have non-alcoholic offerings as well. And we have hard seltzer for those that may want something a little bit sweeter. We have fruity options, we have hoppy options, bitter options, whatever range, taste, buds you have, we have something. Now about this beer specifically, because it is a very different, unique taste, because it is brewed with special African ingredients, special African spices, so it adds a little different type of taste that you may not be familiar with. But this is coming from our heritage. This is from the continent. Okay, so on the beer description we have that it's got complex notes, and it pays tributes to the roots and resilience of African history and culture. Okay, so you can get a free little sample if you want of it at the bar to taste it first. You could also purchase full pints or half pints, and of course a 4-pack to go, along with anything else. And that's it for me. Thank you guys all. Enjoy. And I do want to give a thanks to our events manager Kevin, who's here, who also helped plan and put this together. So I do want to give her and thanks to our bartenders today as well.